Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Xbox. It's been a while since I started an episode in the old base, and today we're not actually going to be spending any time in the base. I just came back down here to get some new fireworks because I've used that full stack up that I made last episode. So there's been one major change since the last episode. First of all, you'll notice all the doors have gone, and that is for a reason. I wanted to remove all the doors because first of all, I don't need them. I'm on my own in this world and they're kind of pointless. Plus, as you may see this massive monstrosity above me in the sky. Now, that up there is a hybrid of two different iron golem farms, which I was trying to get it to work. Now, I kept having two main issues with it, really, which is why I'm going to start the episode off by discussing it. Essentially, the first issue was that the original farm that I'd built for the place, which turned out it was a PC-only farm, and let's just go and get some more food. I kind of need some more potatoes. I've been using a lot recently. The farm's actually almost ready to be harvested again. But essentially, there we go. Game was being a bit slow there. I've got a couple of issues with it, and the issue I have, which you may have seen yesterday up on the channel, is the villagers. The villagers just like to push each other out of the way and through glass. Yeah, so as I was following a tutorial, let's get up here first of all. Let's start off rewind almost a week ago. Now, essentially a week ago, when I did last episode, when we were discovering all the new items in this game, like the fireworks and the purple shulker boxes and things like that, I had a temporary iron golem farm there to test if it worked in the area, and where I had the doors, they were working fine. But when I decided to move it, I had a couple of issues. First of all, I had a mass loss of villagers, like a huge loss of villagers. Like my villagers that were in the pods, I put them in the side pods of a standard iron golem farm, you know, where you put the doors around the outside and you have the pods in the middles on the edges. And I logged in one day, and because I built it out of stone, I heard the constant sound of a villager suffocating, and I lost a lot of villagers. Now, I had to keep relogging just so that I could save the mending guy. Like, the mending and a farmer were the only two things I really cared about. But yeah, so I managed to save them, and I've rebuilt the population back up twice now. First time was 3 days ago. I built the entire population back up with the original lot that I had left, and it worked fine. But then I put them into this farm. I had some here and some on the edge, and essentially I had the same problem. I'd spawn in, the villagers would get pushed through the glass, and they'd fall 30 blocks and die. So I came up with this system here with the glass, which actually has just been designed recently. So essentially, I take out this slab, and if I just jump down the tube, I should be able to show you what goes on. Because if I break this, will any of them actually just want to go down and show me? You want to just go down, librarian? I'll close it off for everybody else. So essentially, they drop down, and I've got it on a piston down there, where if I ever wanted to use the farm, I would shut that piston there, which you can kind of see through the glass, and it holds the villagers in the exact spot you need for an iron golem farm to function. But if not, they drop down to the bottom, they float back up, and they land in this sort of holding zone up here. Because this holding zone will actually break your iron golem farm, but luckily the iron golem farms I've been looking at building are the new sort of 111 plus self-stacking iron golem farms, which there is actually a person I'm going to credit for the design, which I will eventually be building. I tried to design it on my own with a hybrid between the PC and his 16 iron golem farm. It just didn't quite work. Like, I think the issue is I've made an odd-numbered spawning box when I think the spawning box required is even-numbered. So I've got issues where the villagers don't actually line up with the center. I did actually at some point have iron golems spawning in it, but then I was having the issue of iron golems would spawn over here. Now, the redstone's all a bit of a mess because it was obviously, I was a hybrid system. I had the original PC one up and running, and it actually was semi-working, but I think it was working for one village instead of the right amount, because I think I produced like 20 iron. Then I had an iron golem spawn here, and he had to get retired by just sending him down there out of range of the village. That, actually, which you probably don't want to know about, is essentially, this is a rail duplicator. I was really in desperate need of some rail, and I'm really short on iron now because I've built a lot out of the hoppers. Like, I had a full stack of iron blocks to use on the stuff for this, and I think I've probably only got 13 or 14 blocks, or maybe 13 or 14 iron left. It's very, very little. I actually don't even know where it is. It's not there, so that's worrying. Anvil, nope. Yeah, so I don't actually think I've got much iron left. This is what actually did fall down. It was, I think, 21, but I was stealing some of it back to make myself some more hoppers. That's been finished as well a couple episodes back. But essentially, what I'm going to do today is I kind of want to find out a new location to move it. So, also, I had an issue with the fact that it was using this, so I had to cut a hole in this mountain to skylight so that the villagers down here would register when they opened up. Like, I even thought of things like that, but then it just doesn't work. Like, so, and the issue, I wanted it nice and centered above my world in the dead center location. I could probably farm it up, collect it, and move it, but like I said, it doesn't work for me, and I'm really sad that it hasn't worked. And now, the whole point of me now is I'm going to have to tear it down. Because I want to build a new one, a new 32 village one, right out over the front here. Now, the only issue is I've got to find somewhere to put the center point so that I can raise it up high enough that it isn't in the way of anything else. Now, likely candidates were originally the rooftop here on this building, but having a look at it, I have actually got to go quite far out on this side. So it's actually it's like here. Oh, so let's see if we can do it. Let's just land on here so I can kind of point stuff out. But that comes out very far away from the farm. I think it's 49 blocks plus another 16. It's almost a stack in depth that I need. So let's see if we can jump up here. Nope. That's not even going to try it. It doesn't matter. But essentially, yeah, I've got to get it so that village is no more than probably just hanging over the edge here somewhere. So he's actually got to move some distance across. So I was looking at alternatives. And the best alternative I've come up with so far is actually over here. It's probably either this house here to give this area a bit of a work. Because actually, if you think about it, the spawning pad actually doesn't extend too far further over. It's actually this guy that sticks out here, and there's one that actually sticks out. I don't think you can see him from here. Let's actually use another firework so you can see it. But that guy there, so it actually does stick out quite a bit. And I've got to make sure that that village is out of line with everything else. So let's just swoop down here. So let's go. The other alternative is to put it here. Is to bring it across that much on the diagonal. And bring it down to here. And place the center point on this weirdly designed upper piece. But then again, I'm leaning towards putting it up here. Just by the fact that I think it'll be better suited to where it is. Because it does actually stick out quite a considerable amount. And if that village is out over there, out of the way, I think it'll be much better suited for him. So, with that in mind, if we're going to have a 3x3 killing chamber somewhere, up here anyway, it would probably have to be centered where that tree is. Yeah, it would probably end up being where the tree is. You would end up with a 1, 2, 3, and you do a ring all the way up. Let's see if we can get to a high ground position that I can kind of point out the depths. Because what I'm going to have to do is dismantle this thing off camera. Let's get up here. And plus, that should make everything despawn that I don't want. So if we put it, say, there, it will stick out up there. You'll have your main chunk here. You'll cover up quite a lot of the farm. I'm worried that some of it will get covered up by this CGSMP Season 3 overhang. So actually, maybe dragging it across to somewhere like there might do it a bit more justice. But then again, we might have the issue of this villager. If our center point's there, we're looking at probably... Oh, that's a weird line. So it's actually quite a distance. So if our center point's there, the villager's actually going to be almost near that beacon. He'll be there. The other guy will be centered somewhere probably over there. And then the third one should be just right of the ship. So actually, it might end up being this building. Let's just do a nosedive. So this tree is pretty bad anyway. So if we actually took out this tree, this might be an ample point to build the new Iron Golem farm. Because I'm thinking in the future anyway, I want to start building with iron. And iron's a really nice block to use. But the main focus is to get more beacons. Because as you saw at the beginning of the episode, I had those 3 wither skulls. And I just haven't got the iron to waste. Just in case I do need to do bigger projects, to do anything like an iron farm, or even if I wanted to do a shulker box storage system, which, by the way, I've actually only just put this redstone in this shulker box, probably like 5 minutes ago. I just wanted something I could gather my stuff up in. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go up there, and I'm actually just going to tear out most of the doors The village is actually just going to remain at top for now, actually. I say actually a lot. I'm really, really sorry for doing this. But I think if we actually take the... I've said it again. If we take the redstone out first and get it inside our stuff and save as much of it as we can, it should be a lot easier just to dismantle the cobblestone with a different pickaxe. For example, this efficiency 4 silk touch pick, or maybe this efficiency 5 on breaking 3. Just one of these two picks. I've got rid of my mending ones because they were driving me stupid. They just weren't... I kept using them too quickly, and I hate going to have to wait for the stuff. It's one of the worst. Plus, this is all powered. I know there's stacks of items in these dispensers, so actually I'm going to have to be careful with them. I don't want to accidentally break them. There's a couple things here that I need to remember, which I'm honestly just thinking of just dismantling the entire thing, and then just working towards setting up where I want my killing chamber. Actually, the killing chamber is going to be an odd number, an even number. So maybe putting it on an odd-numbered building might make it stand out more, but I don't think it's too bad. I think we'll be fine. That was really easy to take out the redstone on the top there. So what's the block to break a piston? It's by fist. Okay. So let's just punch out these sticky pistons. All the cobblestone and all the bits like that, I think, will be really easy to remove, like I said, with just a standard pick. And I think I'll do it off camera. Efficiency 4 is enough. I don't really need to be speed mining to get rid of the stuff. Let's just jump down here. We'll take out this redstone line while we're here. But yeah, it was a nice experiment for the last week to try and get something to work on my own. But I've ended up just probably resorting to just sticking with what I know. If I break that piston, the villager will stay there. That's all I... No. That's going to break this door. The satellite door can go. I don't really need the satellite door there. There we go. Let's just break that. So, the villager's up there nice and safe. There's going to be no redstone on this line. Ooh. Satellite door there. Because the satellite doors for the 16 and the 32 are actually in the same place, which makes it really easy to adjust it. It's just the same... It's just the shame that I had the issue of my spawn platform in the middle here. I wanted an odd-numbered one, and I wanted to make it work, but I just couldn't do it. It just wouldn't... It wouldn't focus for me. I just couldn't get the idea behind it functioning the way I wanted it to. So actually, this is going to be a lot more pain in the bum than I thought it was going to be. So let's just take out that block, break the torch. Is there anything else I need to break while I'm here? I might as well break this and jump down there. Oh, not down there. Let's just jump. Jump. Nope. It's because I'm not focused, because I'm slightly annoyed that it hasn't worked. There we go. Let's get up here. But yeah, I thought I would make a quick episode to explain what's going on. And I will link the iron farm that I will be using in the description. And I was tempted to make the 64 village version and just use his showcase video as a reference point to what I needed to change. But I think I'm just going to play it safe. I'm going to make a 32. It's about 1,300 iron an hour. It's more than enough what I'll ever need. It's probably 2 stacks of blocks an hour. Yeah, it's mind-bogglingly odd how much it actually is. This is going to cause issues because the village is going to move in a second. And let's break that. I'm probably going to lose that torch. That's fine. Like, again, I don't really mind losing the occasional block. Hi, villager. You just got shot. Oh, it's because this redstone line would have deactivated when I moved that torch. That's right. You two can stay. You can stay there. Your other friend's still on the other side. Let's grab our shulker box here and let's place what we've got in it so far. Because we've cleared out about half the redstone. The doors will be the hard bit, I think. Crafting bench. Nope, I need that on my hotbar. I want to make it all into blocks as well to try and condense the amount of space I have in my one solitary shulker box right now. 19, 21 more blocks. Click the box, please. Thank you. Let's put that in. That. Anything else that's redstone based, that can stay in my inventory for now. And these are pickaxe based, so that's easy enough. And again, I don't really care about things like this. Oh, comparator. Yeah, it's a comparator. But I want to keep... there shouldn't be anything in these droppers. I think we're okay to break this. Because it's actually... all of it is off-center. And I'm actually tempted to also build it out of furnaces next time. Even though droppers is what they built on the PC one. The furnaces are actually a lot quieter, I learned. So, without making that horrible ticking noise every time we want to do something, it does make sense to try and make the quietest, least laggy farm possible. These satellite villages may have to get executed. I know, it's a shame. But I don't really want to mess about moving these guys by boat or by something even stupider. It's going to be a lot of cobblestone and stone to take down. This is actually all the stone. I thought I was going to have loads to finish off this entire section in front of me here, but I guess not. There's a lot of hoppers involved on this system as well. Okay. Let's see if we can reach that one. Nope. And that one. Okay, we got that one. Let's drop to this. Break that. Dropper. Dropper. Hopper. Torch. Comparator. That's just changed the entire system around because there's an etho clock there as well. We've got to be careful here because I think one of these blocks is actually attached to something. There, that one there. But yeah, this was the old holding cell here. As you can probably tell, it's a lot more centered. I had to off-center the other one just to make it even just remotely work without hitting so much redstone in one go. I'm just kind of just rambling on now and following all these lines. But yeah, meanwhile... Oh, I've run out of inventory space. Okay. Redstone block. There it is. Shulker box can go down. I actually got a lot of junk in my inventory right now as well. Let's put those in there. The signs can go in. The doors. Because actually, I might as well keep all the doors on me as well. Oh, that. And then continue breaking. I think I'm actually heading out to the third and final villager here. I didn't take the satellite doors out on the second villager. I should have done that, really. There's a lot of satellite doors on this guy as well, but I think I'll just save these for later. There we go. Let's break that. Oh, no. I shouldn't have done that. Hi, guy. You're a blacksmith. If I just give you a nudge, you won't see anything. Just ignore that that ever happened. So, I think that's most of the redstone off on the sides. And I probably shouldn't have shown you the rail duplicator in all honesty. But it was kind of just used to get powered rail because I really don't have much gold either. And I wanted to get this build done for you guys. But it's failed miserably. I will actually probably burn all the extra stuff because I feel like it's cheating. I want to rather make a gold farm and earn it the hard way. There we go, let's break through this. I think I'm actually working my way towards the redstone on the opposite door side now. There we go, let's break that. Jump to you. The signal line for this is actually, I think this is the reset line. Oh no, it's not. This is the other powered line. The reset line is the one I've just broken. Down here, I need to break the entire system, which is going to be tricky. Oh no, did I just drop that? Yeah, I did drop it. Damn it. I want to make sure I pick all this up. I picked up so much gravel then. Get rid of the saplings. That I need to keep. There we go. Let's just do that. So close. I've got to grab everything. Or at least as most as I can. Because I'm going to end up... This is another bug. This piston head bug. I noticed it when I was placing everything the first time. There's a button on the back of one of these. Just break them. Don't mind one torch. Oh, I actually picked it up. That's pretty sweet. Wasn't expecting that. There we go. Break that, break that. So the clock's actually way above my head. Let's just use some gravel. Where is it? There it is. Oh, stupid clock. There we go. Not much left. Oh, redstone lamp. Yes, please. The other alternative is to dismantle the water very carefully as well. Looking at it, it might be a pain because if I accidentally make infinite streams, I'm going to struggle. But basically, between this episode and the next episode, I feel like I want to get some work done and get something new built. Because I haven't built anything on the town in probably a couple months. Since actually I built the castle behind me. It's not really much to show for what the time I've put into this world, let's be honest. I've put a lot of work into the world which you haven't seen. Because, basically, I changed my mind. I just don't like stuff. Hold on, I'm going to sneeze. Nope, I think it's gone away. It'll probably haunt me in about a minute, that, and I'll just sneeze randomly. And I'll try and cut it out the video if I can get to it. Because the other alternative, the PC version, like, I know I'm rambling a lot here, but the main changes, which I'll explain next episode when we properly start the Iron Golem farm, is essentially the console version which 4J Studios has designed is slightly different to the PC. The villager detection range is shorter. The villages which it can detect from sunlight is a lot shorter. It's not 4 deep, it's 3. Which also means it still allows for certain things to work. Is there any more redstone? I think that's it. I think we're just doors and stuff now. And obviously these, I think, have got drop stacks of stuff in. So that dropper can remain for now. Let's just hop ourselves over to the other side. Let's just give it a quick check. But I think I've actually grabbed all the redstone besides that one. There's a couple bits just lying around. There's spider down there. Hi, spider. Bye, spider. Yeah, I think I've got it all, which is surprising. It's not actually a lot of redstone to break in place. One of these is full of blocks. Now, what is inside of it? It's cobblestone. Oh, no wonder I've got no cobblestone. It's all inside that dropper, funnily enough. So, redstone for your gone. Don't need redstone up there. Powered rail down there, that's fine. But now, the main issue is going to be dismantling the doors. That's the next tricky thing to do, which I'm probably going to do it off camera, because it's going to be an absolute pain. There's a lot of doors down there. I'm looking for redstone blocks again. This one. There we go. Two extra. So I ended up with 9 stacks of redstone blocks in there. That is amazing. Plus 8. Oh, never mind. I can make another block. Up on that one. That's another block that I haven't really looked. I've just seen it then, but we haven't looked really into the nether blocks, the new nether blocks. I haven't really been in the nether at all recently, except to grab a couple bits of quartz to get these guys, the comparators, which I then barely used anyway. I don't think I need that many comparators for this build that I'm about to do. But yeah, so this is our redstone chest, effectively, and I'm just going to keep picking that thing up. These I'll come and empty at some point in the future. But yeah, so this was a bit of a talky episode. I think we're going to center our new iron golem farm on this area here. If we had like an area where it was too deep and too wide, we should probably have centered it on that. But this looks like the best area we're going to get, in all honesty. And we'll probably never notice it when we actually drop it down, because we might... I think the 32 is actually slightly different. I think it drops it down in a 4x4. And as long as we make it look roughly good, I think we'll be okay. Because even though this is the center block, I think it'll probably be 1, 2, 3, 4 or something. Just something that doesn't allow this village to get detected from up there. I think that's the only real opportunities I'm going to get. But yeah, so we've removed all the redstone from our iron farm. We need to remove that rail duplicator as well, because that's going to bug me that that's still there. For those that don't know how this rail... Oh, crash into a tree. Up we go. Down we go. I've got feather falling on. Notice also, you can see where I took the powered rail from. I took it from this track. But essentially, this is a rail duplicator. This is how it works. You just keep pressing that, and it just spits out anything you want, really. You have to have either a powered rail on the end. And I'm going to use this just to replace all the stuff that I lost. Essentially, you either put a power rail here and any other one there, and it works for any other one, or you put a normal rail here and then a powered rail, and that should give you a rail duplicator. It's pretty sweet. It actually does work for both, but as you can tell, it's a lot less of this for that. It's a very useful tool to have for a survival world, but I shouldn't really be advertising that you can use this sort of thing. That guy didn't even notice. There we go. But yeah, until next episode, I'm going to probably tidy this up, get our ringed chamber built, and get the start of a new iron golem farm designed over there. And until then, I will see you all again in the next one. Look out for episode 50 when that comes out, because I'm going to do a couple special things with it. I'll probably start reminding people closer to when I'm doing it. But now that I'm free, there will be more regular episodes, probably every other day or something, so it will be very soon. And until then, bye-bye.